Non-conference play coming to a close here in Kingston as we approach October. It's men's soccer action coming your way from Rhode Island as URI gets set for a meeting with the Great Danes for the first time since 2022. Welcome in fieldside to the URI Soccer Complex. I'm Nathan Robillard, joined alongside Noah McLean. Noah, Albany, and Rhode Island both looking to pick up some momentum. Rhode Island, after a fantastic start, went 1-1 and run in a three-game road trip. As for Albany, just 2 wins on the year, looking to make it 3 today.
Yeah, you know what, Nathan? You just nailed it right on the head. Of course, both these teams ready to gear up for conference play. This game is crucial. Neither team wants to drop one before heading into that ever so crucial conference play this year. And Rhode Island looking to get a win here at home in front of a big home crowd. A
familiar face returning to lead the line for Albany today. Max Quitchoff, captain here in 2023, a grad transfer, headed over to Albany and returns home for the first time.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's always interesting to see what a guy, when he returns to his former team, will be able to do. This is his first time since being a captain here for URI. 3 seasons, making 14 starts and 37 appearances in Keaney Blue. Will be very interesting what he'll be able to do for the Great Danes tonight.
A goal and an assist in his career, both came for Rhode Island. On the other end, a newcomer making an impact early. Joan Sanchez, in his first season, scored in his debut, is one of 3 players with 2 goals on the year, has played all but 10 minutes for the Rams.
Yeah, Sanchez does a lot of great things, Nathan. He spreads the pitch beautifully. We see those 2 goals, 7 shots, and including a game winner. He's a guy that came in and made an immediate impact on this Rhode Island offense, and he's really impressive to watch all over the field.
Both players looking to lead the line as they look to get back to winning ways. On ESPN Plus, it's Rhode Island and Albany. That's coming up next after the break. Don't go anywhere. Well, Noah, it has just been pointed out to me by our producer that your 5-minute prediction is coming to a close here. I'll give you half credit if they do score at any point here, as Keegan Walker nearly gets on the end of it. Oistese with the shot, picks out the top corner, and Rhode Island lead. Isaac Oistese breaks the deadlock for Rhode Island. And Noah, you were on point.
Oh my goodness. I know that is just about 12 seconds past what I was saying, but right there, this is the one goal we talk about. He stays on side, clean up the trash, and what a finish. Finding the back of the net, that is the separator. And Nathan, that's the last piece of the puzzle that the Rams have been battling for all night long.
Open space, why not? How about the 12th goal of Isaac Oistese's tenured URI career? And in a team with so much turnover, Noah, and a team with so much new faces, new debuts, we talked about Joan Sanchez being the one that kind of led the way as a newcomer. It's Oistese who gets it done, but danger at the other end into the back of the net, and Albany equalize in minutes. How about that from the Great Danes? Castillo gets his 4th of the year. And after almost 75% of the game going scoreless, we're level at 1.
Yeah.
Nothing like a quick 8:48 p.m. coffee. How about that?
I would love it.
This game keeping us awake pretty well, though. It's gotten a lot more exciting these last 10 minutes with the 2 goals coming both a minute apart for both of these teams. Now Montoro rips a shot, finds the bottom corner. Rhode Island in front again. A back and forth final 15 minutes. This time it's Montoro and Rhode Island in the lead.
Unbelievable right there. That is just a fantastic sense of urgency with a balance of patience. Watch this through ball and the just ability and unselfishness of Oistese there to lay it off the extra, and look at this bottom corner finish to give the Rams a 2-1 edge with under 10 minutes to play.
Who would have called 3 goals in this game, Noah, at halftime? With 20 minutes left, who would have thought 3 goals, but Rhode Island back in front, and they'll feel like that's deserved.
This is something that Rhode Island has to do when their offensive weapons are not able to be in the lineup here tonight, Nathan.
Oh, Leakyard lit up the URI Soccer Complex home opener a couple of weeks ago here against St. John's, scoring the insurance goal with 4 seconds on the clock, a run from his own half that ended in a debut goal. And he's one of a couple of guys that comes in here to Rhode Island as a transfer. 9 different countries represented on this roster, and it's pretty similar on the other side for the Great Danes as well. So guys like Joan Sanchez for Rhode Island, like Lucas Leakyard Robillard for Rhode Island, really making an impact early, and that's why they've gotten off to a much better start than they did here last season. A little bit of trouble to deal with defensively, but Rhode Island are going to get numbers back. On the ball, it's Gisuarson, and that one just evades the far post. First real opportunity. No, I have to say it seemed against the run of play early, but best opportunity of the night for either team goes missing for the visitors.
Yeah, well, when you watch this here, that ball can't get through. There's way too much time, and honestly, Rhode Island just got lucky because it was just a missed opportunity for the Great Danes. It was icing on the cake, and nobody was there to eat it.
Two defenders there, and neither of them, they looked like they were pretty easily going to get there to it, and someone just snuck through for the Great Danes and did not quite capitalize. But that's scary moments for Rhode Island, and defensive lapses we really don't see all that often from this team. But for the visitors, got to take advantage of those. How big, Noah, would have an early goal been, especially on the road? They'll come forward again looking to capitalize on the momentum. Numbers forward now for the Great Danes. Can they capitalize? Intercepted by Rhode Island, brought down. It'll be a pull on the shirt. And winning the foul is Rodrigo de Castro.
Yeah, that's great stuff right there. That's just a great, simple example of not trying to do too much. He uses his body to shield in a legal way, Nathan, and allows the defender, or excuse me, rather the attacker in that sense, to make the mistake himself. He doesn't even have to do too much.
Reset now, Rhode Island will look to recover. They'll take some time to breathe after the last sequence. Almost put them down a goal. They've been good here at home, only one loss. They're 2-0-1 to start the year, but it's their first time here at home in 19 days, dating back to a 1-1 tie at Harvard. Excuse me, that's 2 wins, 1 tie, so they are unbeaten here. And that was a dramatic tie versus Harvard as well. The only goal they've conceded on this field has been from the spot that was against the Crimson. And then Rhode Island were able to hold on for the tie. And then, of course, wins versus Quinnipiac and St. John's to open the season, highlighted the other two fixtures here under the lights. It's getting to that time of year, Noah, where it's just a little bit chilly. The surface becomes a little bit more slick. The grass becomes a little bit tougher to read.
Yeah, certainly. And I'll tell you what, Nathan, I hope you brought your sports jacket with you tonight because it is going to get a little bit cold here as we have a great match.
Matthias Taylor tries to save it from going out. It'll go out for an Albany throw. Coming over to take is Jordan Schollenberger, or he will leave it actually for Ethan Cook. Much easier name to digest, so I'm happy about that one. Headed back, almost intercepted by Etzegari, and then eventually taken by Keegan Walker. Walker through to Taylor. Is he onside? No, the flag goes up. His shot off the bar wouldn't have counted anyway. And the run just not held in time.
That was a great opportunity right there for Schollenberger. As you watch this one more time there, it was just a bit off on that one, on that replay. But unfortunately, the Rams caught offsides and unable to capitalize.
It was a good look inside for Quitchoff, but just a couple feet offsides and couldn't really do anything to save it. Here's another look at it, and you can tell he just made that run just a couple of steps before the ball was struck. Not a bad strike on the ball, but he knew he was off as the goal kick comes the other way, out immediately for a Rhode Island throw. Mwambe comes over to take.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, actually, Jordan Schollenberger, that's a guy that I have played against before.
Really?
In high school and in club soccer.
Wow.
Waterbury, Vermont guy. He played on my brother's capital team for many years in club soccer, so he's a very fun guy to watch. And we'll see what he can do tonight representing the great state of Vermont.
What a great, interesting thing to have a presence from Vermont on the broadcast.
Exactly.